Ladies, are you ready to host the Oscars?
Yeah, we're going to crush this.
We just have to do better than last year's host.
That is the thing. Totally. It is a competition in that way.
I remember last year's host.
God, they must have sucked.
I bet they got canceled.
Trash.
Oh, wait. There wasn't a host last year.
Oh.
Or the year before.
I mean, come on.
Or the year before.
Oh.
Boom. We're already winning.
We're nailing it.
Give it to me.
Okay.
Speaking of nailing it, that was a look at the hosts for Sunday night's Oscars. But the man that's going to be in their ear, the producer who makes it all happen, Will Packer, is joining us now. Will, it is so good to see you. How you doing this morning?
Oh, I'm amazing. It's Oscar Friday. It's Oscar weekend, everybody. I'm excited. Sunday cannot get here fast enough. Those are my hosts. You know what? When they put it that way, we're going to beat the host from last year, no matter what. It's going to be a more entertaining show, at least from the host perspective. That much we know.
Well, let's talk about the host, because we have seen award shows lately doing this no host thing. You've got 3 hosts that you're working with. Talk about how they all came together. They're going to be bringing the laughs, along with some other surprises I've read.
Oh, absolutely. Here's the thing. I'm not a proponent of the Hostess Award show. I think they get on too long. I think they get a little boring. I wanted not just one host. I wanted multiple hosts. The fact that I've got 3 amazing ladies who are comedians with very, very different styles, it lets you know a little bit about the type of show it's going to be this year. It's going to be funny. It's going to be entertaining. We're going to keep you, if you love movies, whether you've seen all the Oscar-nominated movies or not, we just want to celebrate movies this night. So we're going to celebrate the most talented people in the world in their crafts, and the artists and the directors. We also are going to have a lot of entertainment. That's what those ladies are going to do for us. And that's how I've designed this show. For people that just love movies, I want you to come in, have a good time, expect the unexpected. We got some surprises. We got some crazy dope performances. I'm talking about stuff that's going to be historical in an Oscar context, huh?
Hey, you know what? Speaking of historical, I'm going to change up my kind of line of questioning, because this actually is a historical night. The first ever all-Black production team is happening, and I'm so happy to say we get to celebrate our hometown guy here. You are from St. Pete, and there's actually even a watch party because of Mayor Ken Welch over in St. Pete. That is so cool.
How cool is that? I mean, that's incredible. When I heard they were doing a watch party for me, for little old me, listen, from Maximo Elementary School, Bay Point Middle, St. Pete High School, like, I'm that guy. Grew up in South St. Pete, didn't have a lot of Hollywood connections, but I've always been a dreamer, always been somebody that believes in working hard. I'm a big supporter of Mayor Welch. By the way, the first African-American mayor of St. Pete throwing a watch party for the first all-Black producing team of the Oscars feels kind of serendipitous to me. It's going to be a good time. I hope everybody goes and watches it, but it's such an honor. I appreciate Mayor Welch and his whole team for doing it, but to be from the Tampa Bay area and be a part of what's happening there in that community, and hopefully inspire other folks who are there to say, you know what, look at Packer. He went to public school in St. Peter in the Tampa Bay area. If he did it, I can do it. That's what I want.
Well, and I want to make sure and point out, Woodson African American Museum is where the watch party is going to be held. So yes, check out the websites to learn more so you can have some fun there. But I'm also glad you brought up inspiration, because again, I feel like there's when people see like, hey, I see somebody from my hometown who looks like me doing something, it does make goals maybe a little less easier to obtain. So I'm assuming that had nothing to do with the reason why you took on this experience, but yet it's got to be enjoyable in so many different facets. Is it not?
Yeah, no, it really is, because, you know, we aspire to be what we see. When we see somebody accomplishing something, it says to us, oh, that's possible. And so that's why I want, even with this Oscars, I want it to look like the world. The people on the stage that you see and behind the stage, I want it to feel really inclusive and diverse. It's not for any one particular group. It's for everybody, because we're stronger when we're working together as a community, as a human community. So for me, to be the first Black movie producer of the Oscars, first Black production team, it meant everything, because representation matters, imagery matters, optics matters. Of course, it all matters. But I'm somebody that believes that we are stronger together and movies unite us. That's why this is a perfect night. That's part of the reason I took on the job, because I wanted to create a show that felt really inclusive and welcomed in everybody on Hollywood's biggest night.
Since I'm talking to a producer, I can throw out there that I've got 1 minute left and counting here, but I want to touch on, again, the show. You were talking about your experiences and with your long list of movies that you have been a part of and produced. How do you think those experiences have kind of set you up to do a show like this?
Yeah, good question. So I've been producing movies and television for a while. This show is kind of like producing 10 movies at once. It is a mammoth undertaking. It's a lot of work, but it's really rewarding. And I love the fact that it's live because you really don't know what's going to happen. And you try to strategize and try to set it up to be a certain way. But all my experience of producing movies, my relationships with talent, I'm bringing that all to bear on this show. And one of the things about anything I produce, I never want it to be boring. One thing about this show is it will not be boring. You do not want to miss this one.
I love it. I cannot wait to watch. We are all rooting for you again. Well, thank you so much for being with us. The 94th Oscars, of course, airs right here on ABC Sunday night. Thanks again. I'll be thinking of you the entire broadcast.
Thank you so much. Shout out to everybody in the Tampa Bay area, my hometown. I'm doing it for y'all. We're going to have some fun this weekend.